Imagine stepping onto a perfectly smooth surface. You try to walk forward, but your foot slides uncontrollably. You cannot gain traction. You cannot push yourself ahead. Now imagine driving a car whose tires spin endlessly without gripping the road, or trying to hold a glass of water only to watch it slip instantly from your fingers. In a world without friction, nothing would stay in place. Nothing would stop. Nothing would move the way we expect. Paradoxically, the very force that resists motion is also the force that makes motion possible. Friction is everywhere. It whispers beneath your shoes as you walk. It sparks when you strike a match. It warms your hands when you rub them together on a cold day. It slows down a rolling ball until it comes to rest. Though invisible, friction is one of the most essential forces shaping our daily lives. At its simplest, friction is a force that resists the relative motion between two surfaces in contact. When two objects touch, their surfaces are not perfectly smooth. Even materials that appear polished under a microscope are filled with tiny bumps and irregularities. These microscopic peaks and valleys interlock when surfaces press together. As one surface tries to slide over the other, these irregularities resist motion, creating friction. There are different types of friction, each playing a unique role in the physical world. Static friction is the force that keeps an object at rest until a sufficient force pushes it into motion. It is why a heavy box does not move when you gently push it. You must overcome static friction before the box begins to slide. Once it starts moving, kinetic friction takes over. Kinetic friction is usually slightly weaker than static friction, which is why it often feels easier to keep pushing something once it has begun to move. Then there is rolling friction, which occurs when an object rolls over a surface. Rolling friction is much weaker than sliding friction. This is why wheels are such a revolutionary invention. By replacing sliding motion with rolling motion, humans drastically reduced friction, allowing transportation, machinery, and civilization itself to evolve. There is also fluid friction, often called drag. This occurs when objects move through liquids or gases. Air resistance slows down a falling parachutist. Water resistance shapes the streamlined bodies of fish. Even airplanes must overcome drag to remain airborne. But friction is not merely a nuisance. Without friction, walking would be impossible. When you walk, you push backward against the ground. The ground pushes you forward through friction. It is this interaction that propels you ahead. Every step is a partnership between your muscles and the friction beneath your feet. Consider vehicles. Car tires rely on friction to grip the road. When roads become wet or icy, friction decreases dramatically. The result is skidding, loss of control, and danger. Engineers design tire treads specifically to maximize friction by channeling water away and increasing contact with the road surface. In sports, friction can determine victory or defeat. A sprinter's shoes are designed to maximize grip on the track. A swimmer's suit is engineered to minimize water resistance. A skier depends on carefully balanced friction between skis and snow. Too much friction slows them down. Too little makes control impossible. Friction also plays a vital role in energy transformation. When you rub your hands together, friction converts mechanical energy into heat. The faster and harder you rub, the more heat is generated. This same principle explains how meteors burn up when entering Earth's atmosphere. As they collide with air molecules at tremendous speeds, friction generates intense heat, often causing them to disintegrate before reaching the ground. However, friction can also be costly. In machines, friction wastes energy. Moving parts rub against each other, producing heat and wear. Over time, this wear can damage components and reduce efficiency. To combat this, engineers use lubricants like oil or grease. Lubricants create a thin layer between surfaces, reducing direct contact and therefore reducing friction. This balance between too much and too little friction is critical. In mechanical systems, reducing friction increases efficiency. In braking systems, increasing friction is essential. When you press a car's brake pedal, brake pads clamp onto a spinning disc. Friction converts the car's kinetic energy into heat, slowing the vehicle down. Without friction, brakes would not work. On a microscopic level, friction is even more fascinating. Scientists once believed friction was caused purely by surface roughness, but modern research reveals that atomic forces also play a role. When two surfaces come into contact, atoms from each surface interact through electromagnetic forces. These interactions contribute to resistance, even when surfaces appear extremely smooth. In fact, friction is closely tied to the electromagnetic force, the same force responsible for electricity and magnetism. The reason your hand does not pass through a table is not because atoms physically collide like solid billiard balls. It is because electromagnetic forces repel overlapping electron clouds. Friction arises from these same fundamental interactions. The importance of friction extends beyond Earth. Spacecraft entering a planet's atmosphere must withstand intense frictional heating. Engineers design heat shields specifically to manage this. Without understanding friction, space exploration would be impossible. Even biology depends on friction. The human body uses friction in joints, though excessive friction can cause pain and damage. That is why our joints produce synovial fluid, a natural lubricant that reduces friction between bones. Geckos climb walls using microscopic structures on their feet that increase friction at the molecular level. Their ability to defy gravity depends on mastering surface interactions. Interestingly, friction is also responsible for sound in many situations. When a violin bow slides across strings, friction causes the strings to vibrate, producing music. When chalk scrapes across a board, friction creates the familiar squeak. Even earthquakes occur due to friction between massive tectonic plates. When stress builds up and suddenly overcomes frictional resistance, the released energy shakes the ground. Yet friction is not constant. It depends on factors such as the materials involved, the force pressing them together, and the presence of lubricants. Rough surfaces generally create more friction, but sometimes very smooth surfaces can stick strongly due to molecular attraction. The complexity of friction makes it an ongoing area of research in physics and engineering. Imagine again a world without friction. You could not sit still in a chair. Books would slide off tables. Mountains would erode differently. Even the formation of planets might have been altered, since friction between dust particles in early space helped them clump together under gravity. Friction slows us down, but it also gives us control. It resists motion, yet it enables motion. It generates heat, yet it prevents chaos. It wears down machines, yet it allows us to stop them safely. Every time you take a step, drive a car, light a match, play an instrument, or simply hold an object in your hand, friction is quietly at work. It is the hidden handshake between surfaces, the invisible guardian of stability, the quiet force that keeps the world from slipping into disorder. So the next time something slows down, sparks, grips, or resists, remember, friction is not merely a force that holds us back. It is the force that allows us to move forward with control, precision, and balance in a universe governed by motion.